I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. In this video, I'm going to make some fall ornaments. I will make a spooky cat and a jack-o'-lantern. I have drawn out a cat face, and I have some scraps of felted wool. If you don't have felted wool, just craft felt would work. So for each ornament, I'm going to cut one cat face front like this. And then also for each, I'm going to cut one without the ears. So I'll just fold the ears under and I'll cut another one. I have a variety of scraps of wool here that I'm going to use to make the face. I'm going to make a triangle shaped nose. I think I'll use this one. Probably was going to be too big to begin with, but I can always cut it down. And then I'm going to do some circle eyes. You can tell from watching this that I had to keep cutting them down a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller until I got them a size where it looked right on the cat's face. So I want to glue these eyes down. I'm going to have a little spot of black in the middle, so I'm also going to use some embroidery floss and sew a French knot right in the middle of each of the eyes. So I have 3 strands of black embroidery floss, and I'm just going to come up right in the middle and do a French knot. I ended up being just a little bit to the side of the center on this first knot, and I kind of like that look, so I'm going to do a little bit to the side of the center again. Now I will glue on the nose, and it's not going to have any sewing on it, so I want to make sure I get it on good with the glue. And I've got some floss that I hand dyed, coffee dyed. I'm going to use it, and it is also 3 strands. You can see it has a little, it's creamish, tannish, some variation to it, a little variegated. I do have a video showing how you can hand dye it with coffee dye or tea. Put a link in the description below for that. So now I'm going to start right at the nose, right in the middle at the bottom of the nose, and I'm going to do a little mouth. I'm going to do a back stitch. I'm going to do very small stitches. I don't want anything super big here. Now I've got my back that I cut earlier. I'm going to glue along the edge. Right up to here. And then I've got just a little bit of fiberfill type stuffing I'm going to put inside of it. I did have to hold it down and keep pressing along the edges for about a minute or so to get the glue to hold. And I think it maybe would have been easier to have left an opening and got it stuck down good and then put the filling in and then glued the opening shut. It came open that way anyway. If you wanted, you could do a blanket stitch all the way around. Then I'm going to use some more of this hand-dyed string to make a hanger, so right through the middle between his ears. Now I'm going to do similar and make a little jack-o'-lantern one. So I'm going to use the same pattern here, but again, I'm not going to do the ears. So it'll be the same size, and I'll just use this as a pattern, and I'll probably round off the top a little bit more. I am going to cut two of the same shape and size, one for the front and one for the back. You can see it's about the same size as the cat, so it'll work well for ornaments. And I'm going to use black and make little triangle nose. And a mouth. You could just do whatever shapes you like here. I'm going to use my glue again, and I will glue down the features. If you want, you can sew these down. Now I'm going to glue the front to the back, and this time I am going to leave a little opening for stuffing. I'm going to hold it closed, and I am going to trim up the edges so that they match. They weren't quite the same on the pumpkins. Once the top and the sides get stuck down good, I'm going to add a little bit of stuffing in through this hole in the bottom. Then I will finish gluing the bottom closed. I think he needs a little bit of a stem there. I'm going to, while the glue is still easy to deal with, I'm going to cut a little strip of brown to have a little rectangle. You could again sew this if you want. I was trying to do this project as easy as possible without a whole lot of sewing. But if you prefer sewing to gluing, certainly sew this together instead of gluing it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of glue there in the top between the two layers of pumpkin, and I will stick the stem right in there and squeeze it shut. Then I've got the 3 strands of black that I used before, and I'm going to make a hanger again. I think this time I'm going to come in through the back and go through the stem and come back out in the back, so you don't have that visible in the front for the pumpkin. So here's the finished product. You can make as many of these as you need to fill your fall tree. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.